This video is about the world of neurons. You can grow neurons by doing challenging things. Let us recap what we have done in the previous session. When you make a mistake, it doesn't mean you cannot do it. It means you don't know how to do it yet. How can you learn to do it? By asking a teacher or a peer, or by working on a challenging task with another person, or by improving your courage. Let us watch the video about the world of neurons.
Chapter 4: The Mysterious World of Neurons. Mojo arrived at school one day to find a happy surprise. His new device had finally arrived. But just as he was about to turn it on, Katie showed up. Mojo, what are you doing? Becoming a genius, said Mojo. How is that thing going to make you a genius? Said Katie. It's going to make my brain grow by zapping it with electricity. I thought that was obvious. Mojo, I think it's time for you to find out how your brain really works, said Katie. It's time to visit Miss Clara. Now, Miss Clara was a most curious character. Not long ago, she was a world-renowned neuroscientist, but her discoveries had inspired her to try a new challenge. And that's how she became an art and drama teacher. Ms. Clara's classroom was in an expansion trailer far away from the main campus. Katie and Mojo made the long climb up the hill and found Miss Clara meditating in her garden. Katie, Mojo, I've been expecting you, said Miss Clara. Katie says you know how our brains work, said Mojo. Well, even scientists like me don't understand exactly how our brains work, said Miss Clara. But we do know a little. We know that your brain is made of tiny bits called neurons. Now, when these neurons connect, they send electrical signals back and forth to talk to each other. Everything you can do, from reading to riding a bike, only happens because your neurons connect. Now, here's the really fascinating thing. You have the power to change how your neurons are wired together and learn how to do things you never thought you could do. How? Asked Mojo. There is only one way, said Miss Clara, leaning closer. Learn challenging things. Mojo was fascinated. He turned to Katie. Katie, we're going after the biggest challenge you can imagine.
Explain the snowball discussion technique. Discussion first takes place in pairs, then another pair joins that pair until the whole class is involved. Pose the following questions to the learners. What part of the body did you learn about? Provide an example where you make new connections in your brain. Answers may include: we have learned about neurons, or we have learned about the brain. Maybe the learners will come up with answers such as learning something new that was hard and making a lot of mistakes and learning from them. To make new connections in your brain can be compared to the following analogy. When you want to cross a deep valley for the first time, it will require a lot of effort. The first effort will be tough, but it will get better and easier the more you try. Pose the following questions to the learners. What can you do to make new connections in your brain? What new challenge do you want to tackle that will help your brain to grow? Answers may include by setting goals. Ask the learners to think of 1 or 2 goals that they want to set for themselves. Key message of video 4. Easy activities do not stimulate the brain. Find difficult and challenging problems to stimulate and grow the brain. Conclude the session with the Neuron song.
I had a go! A neuron is a cell of scientific fascination. They receive, process and transmit information. They allow us to think, solve problems and grow. To learn the things we thought we could never know. My abilities can be developed with dedication and effort. When I find the right strategy, the one that works best for me. Our brains have billions of neurons in a busy constellation, connected by branches in a network formation. They fire in patterns electrically, creating every feeling, thought and memory. My abilities can be developed with dedication and effort. When I find the right strategy, the one that works best for me. Whenever I struggle, make mistakes